Hey friends, how are you? I hope your day goes nothing short of amazing, as it should go, as it should be. You know the vibes. So today we're discussing quite a few things because, as you know, I've been going for a little too long and I'm just trying to do a little wrap up. And make sure you let me know in the comments what you want me to speak about, what you want to discuss, and so on and so forth. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay, friends, so I'm going to start off by discussing the reignition of the Fabulous Four, aka Mommy Yana Gang Gang Gang. I'm going to be honest with you, I wanted to cover this when it first came out, but life just be life, and your girl just couldn't get back to you at the time. But I am here now, so let's backtrack. It was the reignition for me of the whole Houston trip. I couldn't believe that that actually was brought back to life again. We already had most of the information. It was a whole lot of going on. But it was Jazzy in the parking lot for me. It was the parking lot chronicles for me because the way it sounds like it was set up, I feel like she was just being a pick me and following. And it's not a good look, sis. It's not a good look. Let's continue though. So, as per Strongmommy Chrissy, Jazz's parking lot encounter, her parking lot pimping was raw like butterball. And it's that part for me. I mean, you're an adult. Go off, sis. If you want to hook up, hook up. But at least protect yourself. And this is exactly why these women have 46 kids now. Like, think about it, friends. In the event that she would have became pregnant, right? She would have been boo-hooing, snot and nostrils, front and center, setting on the floor, Indian style, like we all witnessed before. But sis, you made the choice. You busted open. You went unprotected. And this is why most of the time I don't feel bad for this girl, because you're literally in control of your own destiny. The choices you are continuously making continue to affect your life. So why should we have to feel bad for you getting on here, boo-hooing, wiping your nose with your wrist, and whatever the hell else you be doing? It's not our issue. So moving along, Chrissy also decided to, inform everyone that she slid with a stripper. And I mean, kudos to you, whatever. Do what you gotta do. I'm glad you protected yourself, allegedly. But that's still a big L, sis. I'm gonna have to keep it a stack with you. That's a L. A stripper? Out of all men, a stripper. Yeah, y'all out here doing bad. But anyway, let's continue. So, as per usual, Ming was egging Chrissy on, capping, gassing her head, saying that's neither here or there. It's nothing in comparison to a dark alley encounter, bare hands on the ground, piss and all, verbatim, referring to Jazz. But honestly, if you ask me, it's equal. I mean, stripper, parking lot, barefoot, raw, protected, it's all the same. Honestly, y'all just doing bad. I mean, who am I, right? But if you ask me, this whole Houston trip is giving nothing but desperate, childish, irresponsible, nasty, gutter, dirty, pick me. It's giving a lot. And I could say a lot, but we're going to continue. So, Strong Mommy Chrissy said that her ninja, referring to the stripper that she had an encounter with, paid for gas. At least, right? And then Ming follows by saying that Jazz's ninja didn't pay for anything, like no free drinks, no nothing. But I really want you girls to realize how you sound and how you look. Is that all it takes? Is some gas? I mean, I know gas prices have skyrocketed, but is it really worth your womanhood? Like, come on, sis. You doing bad. Drinks? That's what it's going to take, drinks? For a man to get in your pants? Y'all got a lot to learn. And at this point, as married women in relationships, women who have been married, I literally, friends, I can't wrap my head around that. Y'all, they're different. They're different. And when Ming said that the guy that Jazz slid with, in the dark alley parking lot, he actually worked at the establishment, I was done at that point. I was done. Because I'm not saying that a drink or some gas or some wings should prompt you to, slide with a man, but damn, not even a margarita? An amaretto sour? Something, a Long Island iced tea? Nothing? Nada? Yeah, tragic. And with all due respect, when you really think about it, look at who we're talking about. Sis had to get in where she fit in. Yeah. So Ming said that it was a walk by situation. Basically, Jazz walked past this man, this employee to be exact, and she chose him like, hey, you're the guy that I'm about to slide with. So Ming is basically saying you have the audacity to try and talk about us. Like, look at who you are. And I have to disagree with that because it all sounds the same to me. I don't care if Chrissy's guy bought a drink. I don't care if the guy you were grinding on, Ming, bought the wings with the blue cheese to go with it. At the end of the day, you all settled for less. Honestly, you settled for the least. You were willing to compromise your integrity for a night out, for a drink, for some food, for some gas. Y'all all in the same boat. Let's keep it a stack. Anyway, yo, I just love Chrissy's shade sometimes. Whew. She said Olivia was staying with her dealer. I dropped everything at that point. I'm weak. So basically, as Chrissy's giving the whole rundown of the trip, like how she secured the Airbnb, how Jazz got the rental, and let me just say that, like, it just a light bulb went off because these girls have so much to say about her and her living situations and how she's always moving. But sis got some kind of credit. She has some kind of credit. I mean, she's getting these houses, grand houses, the foyer, the backyard, the lights, the cameras, the action, all of that. All of this requires some sort of credit. So sis is doing something right. Let me just be honest. Because if she's getting evicted every 2 seconds, how is she securing Airbnbs? How? It's either credit or it's giving scammer. No shade. No, but not Liv trying to expose somebody about taking Plan Bs when she drove them to get the Plan Bs. I literally cannot with this group. I can't. Let's keep going, friends. But what really takes the cake is Liv taking Jazz's rental car, knowing that this poor girl had to get back to her tribe because Mama Love is not with the shits. She was not trying to watch all 46 of those children for an hour longer. And Liv knew this. And this is who she is, though. We all know this. She's selfish. She's conniving, vindictive, narcissistic. The list goes on and on and on. And at this point, Jazz should already know that. At that point, like, if you gave her your keys to your rental, knowing that you had to get back to your children, you're crazy. You're crazy. You've been through enough with this girl for you to know that that was a big mistake. Like, come on, Jazz. Come on. You're not as dumb as you put out. I've said this a million times. Like, the same way you could get online and trash your old friends and expose and be tactical and manipulative is the same way that you should be when it comes to a person like Liv, sis. And speaking of Liv, not the boss, not the baddest, not her having to take her friend's rental to drive however long she had to drive to go bust it open for a short, I don't want to say it. Really, sis? Why he didn't come scoop you? Why couldn't he come get you? All right. And one more thing. I just the visualization for me, that's what it is for me because As per Ming and Chrissy's description, and even Jazz's at one point, this Maurice guy and Liv, it's giving Fiona and Kevin Hart. So Chrissy continued to say that Jazz was blowing Liv's line up like, girl, where are you with my rental? You know I gotta get back. And we all know, just like Chrissy said, Jazz was lucky to get out when she got out. So for her to be under that kind of pressure as far as when she's going to get back to those children, I mean, that's a lot. And Liv knows that. That's what kills me about that girl. And that's why Jazz, to me, is just so gullible and stupid, if I'm being honest. Like, you know how she gives it up. Why would you even put yourself in this situation? Why? Liv is all for self. We've seen it. We've heard it. She is all for self. I don't know what it's going to take for, like, Jazz to wake up. Apparently, she's still asleep because that's her bestie. That's her girl. But we'll see how that plays out sooner than later. But what it really was for me, friends, after Jazz being so frantic, as they claim, and calling Liv strolling in 2 hours later after getting that elote. If you know, you know. I'm weak. Big Parmesan is just so entitled. Like, who do you think you are to just pull up 2 hours later like nothing happened? Like, you knew I had to get back? You knew Mama Love wasn't with it? You knew I had to go get that tribe? Anyway, like Chrissy said, Jazz, if you're listening, if that's your best friend, sis, be careful with the company you keep. Please be careful. But in true Jazz fashion, you know what she's going to say, friend? That's my friend. I can trust her. That's my girl. We have a bond. Yeah, sis. What bond? Where? Bitch, where? And I really pity Jazz because I remember a time where Liv was just doing sis filthy. I mean, dragging her through the muddiest of mud waters. Filthy. All of the allegations, everything. Jazz, remember when you were tight, nostrils flared, fists balled up, ready to go crazy, when Ming and Chrissy had to come to your rescue? Like, how could you forget? I mean, the things that Liv was saying about her at that time, we could never reconcile if it were me. Like, I couldn't even be face to face with sis. I would have had to put all 4 hands and feet on her. It baffles me. It really does. And friends, you know that Liv has to love it so much because Jazz gives her that power. You know, like when a person is manipulative and deceitful, and most people don't believe the lies, but when they find that person that does, they hold on to them. She knows that she has complete control over this poor, slow girl. No funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just calling a spade a spade. But she's taking advantage of that, and Jazz just thinks she has a friend. How unfortunate. And what really kills me is, Chris, where are you? Where you at, hips? You have so much to say about everything else, everyone else, including her mother, the person that was actually her best friend at the time that they were quote-unquote best friends. Where you at with the whole Liv situation? Why are you allowing your girl, your fiance, your wife, many titles according to all of the Shein rings, right? Why are you allowing her to be manipulated by this person? Where you at, Chris? And let me just be clear, friends. No, I haven't verbally or visually witnessed him saying anything towards Mama Love, Jazz's mom, but you could tell, since he's come around, the change in her behavior as far as her mother's concerned, the visits, the calls, the everything. We just seen the whole dynamic changed. So that's why I say that. Anyway, friends, we are going to have to continue this because at this point, sis has run out of time. Listen, at this point, I am completely done with this video for now. But please, friends, let me know down below what you would like me to speak on, what you would like to discuss, and so on and so forth. At this point, friends, I am completely done with this video. You already know the vibes. Like what you like, comment and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will talk to you down below and in the next video.